Research shows something remarkable about family bonds. Children who stay close to their grandparents experience substantially lower rates of depression and anxiety. These special connections boost children's self-confidence and make them more open to new experiences. The effect of relationships across generations runs deeper than we think. Parents and grandparents recognize how these bonds create great support systems that help everyone involved. Grandparents discover new purpose and joy through their grandchildren's lives, while the young ones learn unique perspectives about time, family, and life's true priorities. As I wrote in this piece, these connections matter now more than ever. You'll find practical activities to deepen family bonds and ways to tackle modern challenges that affect these precious relationships. The changing landscape of family connections today. Gone are the days when grandparents lived next door and played a daily role in their grandchildren's lives. Modern families now deal with new realities. Geographic mobility, tech advances, and social changes have completely transformed how different generations stay connected. How technology has transformed family dynamics. Screens now fill family homes and create new ways to bond, yet they also bring challenges. Devices steal attention during meals, bedtime stories, and family get-togethers that once built deeper connections. Research shows parents might be physically present, but their minds wander elsewhere. This affects what experts call the deepest, most profoundly defining influence in a child's formation of self. Tech's influence reaches into early childhood milestones. Many toddlers now say phone before mama or dada, according to pediatric specialists. Research shows that 25% of children show developmental delays when they start school, which experts link to fewer hands-on experiences and more screen time. But tech isn't all bad. Internet communication creates new topics to discuss and helps family members of different generations bond better. The key to making digital tools work for families lies in setting smart boundaries and using them with purpose. The rise of long-distance grandparenting. More families now live far apart from each other. Career opportunities, housing costs, and lifestyle choices pull families in different directions. This means keeping bonds between generations takes extra effort and creativity. The pandemic made more older adults embrace digital communication. German seniors who regularly use the internet jumped from 58% to 81% after the pandemic. Video calls became popular even among older adults who once avoided digital tech. Many families now rely on virtual connections to maintain grandparent-grandchild relationships. Studies reveal 71% of people stay in touch with grandparents several times monthly, though the way they connect has changed. Face-to-face visits dropped significantly during the pandemic, while 40% of people talked more with their grandparents through digital means. This shift to long-distance grandparenting brings mixed feelings. Experts say grandparents often feel emotional ambivalence, happy about digital connections, yet sad about physical distance. A grandparenting expert explains, "The most common emotions I hear from grandparents are sadness, disappointment, hopelessness, and even resentment. But grandparents also share their gratitude for parents who are committed to the relationship and the overall joy they experience as grandparents." Several tools and strategies help families stay close across distances. Interactive media platforms let grandparents and grandchildren read, play games, or create art together. Scheduled video calls become family traditions instead of random check-ins. Digital photo and video sharing keeps grandparents connected to everyday moments. Virtual tutoring and educational support give grandparents a meaningful role in their grandchildren's growth. Tech can actually strengthen family bonds when used wisely. Grandparents often push past tech barriers because they want to stay connected with their grandchildren. The desire to keep in touch with grandchildren and stay involved in their lives is one of the main motivators for grandparents to overcome these barriers and go online. Modern family connections need creativity, purpose, and adaptability. The essence of family bonding remains the same. Real interest, active involvement, and unconditional love surpass any physical distance. Why grandparent-child bonds are crucial for development. Young people need something stable to hang on to, a cultural connection, a sense of their own past, a hope for their own future. Most of all, they need what grandparents can give them. Jay Kessler, author and former president of Taylor University. The special bond between grandparents and grandchildren goes way beyond occasional visits and holiday gatherings. Research shows these relationships are vital to children's development in many ways, offering benefits that enhance parental relationships in amazing ways. Emotional security beyond parental relationships. Grandparents provide children with a unique kind of emotional security different from what parents offer. Children feel exceptionally accepted by their grandparents, creating a safe space where they can share feelings and fears without judgment. This emotional safety net helps build self-esteem and resilience. Research shows children who stay close to their grandparents experience fewer depression and anxiety symptoms. This special connection makes children feel valued, accepted, and respected, key ingredients to emotional well-being. Grandparents often become trusted friends to their grandchildren. During teenage years, these close bonds with adults who aren't directly involved in daily family life help ease tensions, providing teens with another source of understanding during their challenging growth years. Learning from different generational views. Spending time between generations helps children learn about diverse viewpoints. This encourages mutual understanding and respect while fostering their social and mental growth. Through their grandparents, children learn about different times, cultures, and ways of thinking. This exposure helps children develop a wider worldview and deeper appreciation for diversity and history. Critical thinking skills through different viewpoints. Understanding of family stories that shape their identity. Appreciation for cultural traditions and values. Grandparents become family historians who teach values, share ethnic heritage, and pass down traditions. Many communities with roots in other parts of the world respect older people for strengthening a child's cultural heritage. Children understand how relationships change over time when they see their own parent as someone's child. This adds to their sense of self and place in the family story. Programs that bring children and older adults together show that shared activities help children view older people positively and understand them better. Building resilience through extended family support. Grandparents help protect against childhood trauma and build resilience through their care, love, and support. One researcher found that children benefit from increased exposure to people who care about them. Grandparents excel at this, regardless of the distance between them. The emotional bond between grandparents and grandchildren builds a foundation for a child's emotional health. Studies show close grandparent-grandchild relationships significantly reduce emotional symptoms, behavior problems, peer issues, and unusual social behaviors in grandchildren. Grandparents can steady the ship during family stress or disruption, supporting both children and parents reliably. Research confirms that extended family members help with daily childcare, emotional support, discipline, and practical needs. These relationships help children bridge home life and the outside world. Children who receive extra attention from grandparents often perform better in school. These relationships protect children, especially during tough times. Everyone benefits. Grandparents who stay close to their grandchildren report better health and exercise more. Programs that connect generations show older adults experience better self-esteem, well-being, less stress, improved memory, and feel more socially connected. Family bonds across generations create a strong foundation for child development that goes beyond what parents can provide alone. These relationships help grow emotional intelligence, cultural identity, and resilience that children carry throughout their lives. The importance of family bonding across generations. Family bonds between generations form a framework of connections that shape personal identity and strengthen family ties. These relationships provide building blocks for growth and well-being that other social connections cannot match. Identity formation and sense of belonging. Grandparents help grandchildren develop a stronger identity by sharing family stories and traditions. Children without family ties to other generations often struggle with their cultural and historical identity. Grandparents serve as family historians, connecting present generations to their past. Children learn about themselves and their origins through relationships with older generations. Research with teens and young adults shows that knowledge about cultural and family roots is a key way grandparents shape adolescent identity. Grandparents build this sense of identity by sharing stories about ancestors, explaining the significance of family heirlooms, organizing family reunions, discussing family recipes and their origins, Grandparents teach current generations about their ancestors' experiences and family history. This connection makes children feel loved and linked to their heritage, building their self-esteem and confidence. Transfer of cultural values and traditions. Grandparents safeguard cultural heritage, ensuring family customs, rituals, and values remain alive. They connect younger generations to their roots through stories, songs, and practices. Grandparents pass down wisdom and experience through stories and affection in most cultures. They bring the family together and speak for their family's heritage and ancestors' traditions. Intergenerational transmission of culture. Intergenerational transmission shows how one generation's values, knowledge, and practices pass to the next. Research shows certain traits pass down more often, such as religious beliefs, education, and career choices. A grandparent's influence also shapes beliefs about sexuality, morals, and education. Development of social skills. Children's social growth benefits from interactions with different generations. Research proves children who stay close to their grandparents show fewer emotional issues, better social behavior, and adapt better as teens. Young children working with older volunteers develop empathy and acceptance. Elementary students improve their reading and writing skills. The emotional bond with grandparents teaches children key social skills like communication and teamwork. Young people in programs with older adults often view aging more positively and commit more to helping others. These relationships teach children to respect older people and understand aging better, creating lifelong support systems. Bonds between generations create strong support networks that help every family member. These connections build social unity and create a more inclusive society. Communities grow stronger as young and old contribute their unique strengths. These relationships create safety nets for life's challenges. Grandparents offer stability by helping their grandchildren when needed. Older adults fight loneliness through family connections, improving their mental health. People live longer, so more grandparents witness their grandchildren growing up and having children of their own. This extended time together creates new opportunities to bond and build lasting relationships that support everyone. Best family bonding activities for grandparents and children. Grandparents can have a profound influence on their grandchildren. Their time is generally not as encumbered and busy as the parents, so books can be opened and read, stories can be told. Children then obtain a perspective of life which not only is rewarding, but can bring them security, peace, and strength. Ezra Taft Benson, former U.S. Secretary of Agriculture and religious leader. Building memorable experiences between grandparents and grandchildren needs activities that involve both generations. These activities strengthen family bonds and create lasting memories they'll treasure forever. Cooking and sharing family recipes. Family recipes create powerful connections across generations. Grandparents can start with easy recipes for young kids and teach more complex dishes as they grow older. Toddlers enjoy mixing dry ingredients or using cookie cutters. Older children learn to measure ingredients, crack eggs, and eventually master complete recipes. These recipes mean more than just cooking instructions. They're pieces of family history. They help preserve cultural heritage and build bridges between generations. Grandparents share stories about where recipes came from and help kids understand their family roots. A grandmother shares her experience. For big holidays, my grandchildren help me prepare our favorite meals, including salmon baked in yeasted dough and a traditional Yule log for dessert. Kids learn vital life skills through these cooking sessions. They discover measuring, following instructions, and learn patience. Outdoor adventures and nature exploration. Nature offers a perfect setting for family bonding. Neighborhood walks, park visits, or hiking local trails let families share moments of wonder about the natural world. Grandparents and grandchildren can enjoy nature walks and scavenger hunts that spark wonder about the environment. Gardening projects that teach responsibility and reward patience. Birdwatching trips that sharpen observation skills. Collecting natural materials for craft projects. Studies show nature activities benefit both age groups. Children develop better communication skills and care for the environment. Older adults show improved memory and feel more connected socially. Storytelling and family history projects. Storytelling ranks among grandparents' greatest gifts. Kids love hearing stories about their parents' childhood. Research shows these stories help kids cope better, build stronger identities, and face less depression as teens. Stories can flow anywhere, in person, through video calls, or recorded for the future. Dr. Robin Fivish, director at the Family Narratives Lab, created 20 questions to help share meaningful family stories. Families can work together on history projects. They might interview older relatives, build family trees, or organize old photographs. Arts and crafts with personal meaning. Art projects create lasting reminders of special relationships. Creating together helps develop motor skills while encouraging creative expression and meaningful talks. Some meaningful projects stand out. Emma Jeffrey turned her grandmother's handwritten recipes into tea towels. This practical item preserved precious memories. Other ideas include heritage-themed coloring books with ancestral stories or family tree chalkboards showing old photos with chalk-drawn connections. Basic craft supplies like yarn, buttons, toilet paper rolls, or popsicle sticks spark endless creativity without big expenses. Kids develop creativity while making memories that last beyond the finished project, overcoming modern challenges to intergenerational relationships. Today's families struggle with unique challenges that can weaken the vital connection between grandparents and grandchildren. These challenges can become chances to build stronger bonds with some creative thinking and dedication. Bridging the digital divide. Generation gaps in technology often make it hard to stay connected. A newer study by AARP shows that American families live more than 200 miles apart from at least one grandchild. Technology provides answers when both sides learn to adopt it. Grandparents should learn from their tech-savvy grandchildren. They are digital natives. Parents and grandparents are digital immigrants, says one expert. This switch in roles, where kids become teachers, builds stronger relationships and boosts children's confidence. The quickest ways to stay connected digitally. Video calls through platforms like FaceTime, Zoom, or Skype let families see each other face-to-face despite distance. Messaging apps help share quick updates, photos, and voice messages between visits. Family-oriented apps create private spaces where only family members share photos and updates. Online games let grandparents and grandchildren play together from anywhere, making the most of limited time together. Quality matters more than quantity in these special relationships. A newer study shows that close, caring relationships with grandparents make a big difference as children grow. Long-distance grandparents need solid plans. A calendar dedicated to grandchildren helps maintain regular connections. This includes visit schedules, video call times, or special activities that become predictable traditions. Navigating different parenting philosophies. Different generations often clash over parenting styles. Millennial parents usually choose modern, progressive approaches based on open talks and positive feedback, while boomer grandparents might prefer traditional, stricter methods. Peace in the family requires grandparents to respect parents' boundaries and rules. They can focus on listening and showing interest in children's priorities rather than giving instructions. This builds connections rather than control, creating meaningful traditions that last generations. Meaningful family traditions build powerful bridges that connect generations. These lasting rituals lay the groundwork for relationships that span decades. Children gain a sense of belonging that reaches way beyond their immediate family unit. Family bonding quotes that inspire connection. Grandparents are a family's greatest treasure, the founders of a loving legacy, the keepers of traditions that linger on in cherished memory. Grandparents hold our hands for just a little while, but our hearts forever. When we know people better, we can relate to them and understand more about who they truly are. These quotes can blend into daily conversations or find a special place in your home as constant reminders of the precious bonds between generations. Seasonal and holiday rituals worth preserving. Yearly celebrations create perfect moments to establish lasting family traditions. Holiday customs help children develop a deeper sense of purpose and belonging while building their family identity. These rituals help kids feel connected to absent family members through stories shared in specific traditions. Holiday traditions that work might include getting children to help with holiday preparations, from baking cookies to setting festive tables. Teaching the meaning behind cultural traditions to boost cultural pride. Letting children add their creative ideas to existing traditions. Documenting shared experiences. Family stories form the legacy we want to leave for our posterity. One grandmother said, "The most valuable gift a grandparent can give is not the engagement ring in the safety deposit box. The most important gift is the family history, sense of connection and love passed on through a grandparent's stories." Digital trees of cultural heritage can preserve family stories along with links between different tales and memories that spark them. Grandparents across cultures pass down experience and wisdom through stories and love. Recording these moments will help shape future generations. Conclusion: the bond between grandparents and children serves as a cornerstone of emotional strength, cultural identity, and personal development. Modern life brings its own set of challenges to these relationships. Yet families can keep these precious connections strong through mindful effort and smart approaches. Studies show children gain tremendous benefits from close relationships with their grandparents. They experience reduced anxiety, develop better social skills, and build a stronger sense of cultural identity. Their grandparents also discover new purpose and happiness by staying involved in their grandchildren's lives. Distance and technology don't have to weaken family ties anymore. Many families now embrace new ways to stay connected. Regular video calls become part of daily life. Online activities create fresh traditions. Careful planning helps families prioritize quality time together. These special relationships create something truly unique. They bridge the gap between generations. They connect our past with our present, blend wisdom with curiosity, and link heritage with future dreams. Through stories, shared experiences, and family traditions, grandparents and grandchildren build bonds that strengthen the whole family and leave lasting legacies.